Hey everyone, this is Friedel Hakaraja Rave and I'm here with my recap and review of Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the anime, episode number 275, which I enjoyed this episode. And there was this one particular scene that had me shook, but we'll get to it in a bit. Anyway, as far as the entire episode is concerned, the overall episode, I think it was okay. It was okay. It ended up giving us a satisfying end to the Grunt arc. Concerning Sazura and the dynamic he shares with his mom, Mozu. So the conclusion made sense. In my opinion, the conclusion made sense. Anyway, the episode opens up with, of course, Yuki being taken back by Mozu, and Sazura is back with her too, because her mom is like, Sazura, you need to see sense, you need to get with the program, you need to learn how to run the business and everything, and of course, Sazura is like, let Yuki go, why do you even want it? And the mom is like, well, Sazura, the fact is that you don't understand the value of rare things. I understand how important it is for me to keep on running this business and how important it is for rare animals to be a part of my life. And we get in this because she's like, Sazura, everything was handed to you. You never struggled for everything and you're basically privileged and whatnot. And we get a flashback where we get to see a younger Mozu, and she ended up living a very uneventful, boring life. No one really cared for her. And one day she ended up being lost in this forest, and no one even noticed that she was gone. She was that much of a non-factor in other people's lives. However, while she was lost, she ended up encountering this animal, the motsum or some. It's like a weasel type thingy, and she ended up meeting that creature, and that creature ended up sharing its warmth with her, and then other people found her. She was able to make her way home, and the entire village was very excited because it turns out that a young Mozu was able to find a very, very rare creature that was close to extinction, and that gave her the intention that she craved. And Yuki is like, okay, so a rare creature ended up helping you. So where is it now? What happened to that particular creature? Why are you still doing this to the other rare animals? And she's like, well, a rare creature ended up changing my life for the better. So of course I'm going to keep that rare creature with me always. And so it turns out that she ended up making that weasel type thing into a fur shawl, and I was like, wow, this woman really doesn't care, huh? And then we get a scene between Boruto and Sasuke, because Sasuke is back after finding his Senri hawk, and he notices that Boruto is feeling down, and he's like, okay, Boruto, what's up? So Boruto ends up telling Sasuke about Suzura and how he's Mozu's son, however he doesn't want to be like his mom. And then we get this entire little interaction between Boruto and Sasuke, where Boruto is like, you know what, I could relate to what Suzura is going through, because I felt the pressure of other people thinking that I'll become Hokage, but no, I don't want to become Hokage. Salad will one day end up being Hokage. I want to be like you, Sasuke. And Sasuke's like, I understand that. And Boruto's like, well, Suzura just wants to feel free. He wants to figure out his own path. And Sasuke's like, I get it. He says, he tells Boruto that he also relates to the struggle that Suzura is going through, and that how a lot of people end up hiding their true selves because they want to live up to the expectations of their parents and the society and whatnot. And Boruto's like, can't we do something? Can't we just go in and help Suzura? And Sasuke's like, no, I can't just go there to a place of business and then change it with my own personal sense of judgment, Boruto. I can't do that. And I was like, but coming from Sasuke, that's a very, very heavy line, because during the Boruto franchise, during near the end of it, Sasuke wanted to change the world as he saw fit. He wanted to impact the world through his own sense of justice, but of course Sasuke has grown, and he's like, no, personal justice stuff, I don't do that anymore. And then we get this scene where Mozu ends up locking Suzura in his room, and she's like, you aren't coming out, Suzura, until you righten yourself up. And he's like, what about Yuki, huh? What are you gonna do about Yuki? And this is where Mozu tells Suzura that she has already lined up a buyer who's very interested in buying Yuki. And Suzura's like, but Yuki just learned how to fly. Can't you allow it to be fully healed before you sell Yuki off? And Mozu is like, oh dear child, I'm not selling it off to hunt or something. No, the buyer who wants to buy Yuki, that person is into taxidermy, and he wants to stuff Yuki. And the expression on Suzura's face during that particular scene when he realized what was going to happen to Yuki, points to the animation theme for how they ended up visualizing that particular scene. So yeah, Suzura ends up reading the notes that he shared with Boruto, and he's like, "Yep, I need to go and I need to save Yuki on my own." And I yeah, this scene made me laugh. I was like, okay, so Mozu ended up locking her own son in his room, but it turns out that he can simply get out of the room through the window. But yeah, as Sasuke and Boruto are making their way back to Konoha, this is where again Sasuke is like, okay, Boruto, what the heck is with that expression? And Boruto's like, well, I made a promise to Suzura that I'll wait, so can't we just go back and wait a little bit more? And Sasuke is like, come on, Boruto, we need to get home, right? And before they can make a decision, this is where they see this random person. He's sweating. He's trying to find Mozu's place of business, and Bruto's like, "Why?" And yeah, he's like, "Well, my boss ended up finding this hawk that he wants to stuff. It's like pure white." And Bruto's like, "Oh no, pure white hawk? That's Yuki. I need to go. I need to go and help Yuki." So he runs off, and of course Sasuke takes chase. He's like, "Bruto, wait, wait, wait!" And then we get to see that Yuki is able to rescue. Not Yuki, my bad. Suzura is able to rescue Yuki. However, he still needs to take Yuki out of the entire business premises. And as he's running, Mozu is like, she tells her security captain that, you know what? Yeah, you have my permission to let your wolf hunt down Suzura and just break one of them. So basically, I think she ended up telling the captain of the security, the head of the security, that yeah, he needs to let his wolf break one of Suzura's legs. And I was like, wow. Wow. This mom? Okay. So as Suzura is trying to run, he reaches the gate, and this is where the wolf lunges. He's about to bite Suzura, but Boruto comes in at the nick of time, and he ends up punching the wolf away. And yeah, the wolf is ready to fight, and this is where he ends up attacking Sasuke. He bites Sasuke's scabbard. That's a scabbard, right? I could be wrong, where the sheath of the sword. But yeah, Sasuke, this is a scene that I really like, because Sasuke is like, you know what, I don't have time to be fighting this wolf. So he gives the wolf a glare, and yeah, the wolf realizes that no, Sasuke is something that he doesn't need to mess with. Basically, Sasuke is the apex predator in a sense. So yeah, the wolf just walks away, and this is where the mom is like, okay, so what the heck are you going to do now, Suzura? Are you going to go into the world on your own? You have never lived alone. You are a privileged child, and when you experience the hardships of the outside world, you'll come back crawling back to me. And this is also where she's like, you know what, you can't come in and rescue the rest of the animals, because if you do, that's going to be thievery, and you're basically stealing Yuki from me, my hawk. And this is where Sasuke is like, well, I got to do something, right? So oh yeah, this is the scene where he gives the wolf a glare, and the wolf is like, "No, I'm not fighting this dude." And this is the scene. Wow, I really forgot that I ended up capturing screenshots. But yeah, this was the scene where Mozu was like, "You can't make it on your own," and yada yada yada. And Sasuke is like, "You know what? Let's make a trade. You need a Senri Hawk, right? I'll give you my Senri Hawk if you promise that you will never go after Suzura and Yuki." And the mom is like, "You know what? Okay, that's a deal that I'm willing to take." And I was like, wow. The writers are really going there. The writers are really going to show Sasuke giving away his Senri Hawk. Like, wow, are the writers going to show Sasuke go through such a deed because they want to show Boruto the true meaning of sacrifice? Like, wow. But yeah, this entire scene, I was shook. So as everyone is walking away, the captain is like, you know what, I'm going to accompany you until you're far away from here. And while that's happening, we get this scene which I was like, wow, writers, wow, why are you doing this? So it turns out that because after the Senri Hawk ends up being caged, it just collapsed because of all of the stress. It's like basically near dying. And yeah, Mozu is like, you know what, it doesn't matter if a Senri Hawk dies. Cut it up. Analyze the contents of its stomach, and if we figure out what it's been eating, then we can basically pinpoint the location that the rest of the Senri Hawks are living in. And I was like, wow, so Sasuke just gave away a Senri Hawk, and now the Senri Hawk has died. What the heck is happening, anime writers? What the heck is happening? But no, it turns out that Sasuke ended up putting the Senri Hawk under Genjutsu with his Sharingan, and the Senri Hawk wakes up, it starts flying around the premises, and it activates the security protocols. And yeah, it's like flying in such a manner that all of the attacks that are coming from the security weapons towards the Senri Hawk, they're like basically working in a way that they're like breaking away the glass and the cages so the rest of the animals can escape. So yes, Sasuke's Senri Hawk, it helped allow all of the rest of the animals to escape too. and Mozu ended up she gets injured during the commotion, and she runs out of the premises, and she notices the hawk fly above her, and she's like, no, come back, come back, come back. And yeah, the Senri hawk of course comes back to Sasuke, and Sasuke is like, good work, good work. And I was like, wow, wow, because this episode was going to turn very, very dark, very, very dark, very, very quickly. So this is where Boruto is like, nice work, Sasuke. So this is where the card is like, what? I'm dealing with Sasuke freaking Uchiha? And yeah, Mozu is able to catch up to them. I don't know how the heck she was able to run that fast, but she is able to catch up to them, and she tells the head of the security team to go after Sasuke, and the security guard is like, no, that's Sasuke Uchiha. He also notices that Sasuke doesn't have an arm, and he's like, no, he's way out of our league. We can't handle him. And Mozu like, if you say so. And then we get this particular scene where Suzura is like, yep, I guess Yuki and I are free. What the heck am I going to do now? I'm all alone. And at first I was like, okay, so are they going to take him back to Konoha? But no, it turns out that Sasuke is like, you know what? Think of it as a blessing, because now you can see the world with your own eyes, and you'll get to experience the world the way that you want to. And we get to see that they leave Suzura as basically an assistant to the old guy who was researching Senri Hawks and everything. And I was like, okay. They're still in danger. Like, if Mozu decides to go and get Suzura back, she knows where the old man lives, right? She can go there and take back Suzura by force. So, but yeah, I guess this is an anime, and we're supposed to assume that Suzura is going to live a happy life or whatever. So it's time for Sasuke and Boruto to leave and go back to Konoha. But this is where Sasuke's like, you know what, Boruto? You need to go back home alone. And Boruto's like, why? And Sasuke's like, well, that woman Mozu, she's not going to give up. I think that she's still going to come after me. And if I go to Konoha, then that will involve the village in a mess that I don't want the village to get involved in. And besides, I also need to go and figure out where Code is. And I was like, finally, Sasuke is going to go and try and find Code. And I was like, what the heck were you doing? What the heck were you doing in the previous episodes, huh, Sasuke? Why weren't you out there trying to track down Code in the first place? But anyway, as he's walking away, Boruto is like, the salad, no. And this is where Sasuke is like, they'll understand. And I was like, wow. So I guess he'll send a Senri Hawk, because he doesn't have a hawk with him. So I guess he has already sent a message to Salad and Sakura about his mission. I don't know. It's weird. And Boruto's like, well, Sasuke, one day I'll be like you. And I was like, really, Boruto? You want to be like Sasuke? You want to make your wife our husband? We don't know. But yeah, you're going to make your spouse worry about your well-being and whereabouts, and you're just going to go out on missions without telling them? And without spending time with your children? Like, wow, Boruto, do you really want to become like Sasuke? Okay then. And then we get to see Boruto making his way to the train on his own, and and he's unable to like open up the window, and then we get to see this kid in red, and he helps Boruto open up the window. We also see other people in the train, and there's like this one prisoner with a guard. And as the train is moving, we get to see that Boruto and the rest are sleeping, and this is where the train changes track. And instead of going like left, it ends up going right, and then it goes into this tunnel. And yeah, Boruto wakes up, and he's in this weird facility with a whole lot of other people. I think all of them were in the train. I could be wrong. And Boruto's like, no. I'm sure that I was in the train. What the heck happened? And yeah, Boruto has been kidnapped, basically. And as far as the preview for the next episode is concerned, I guess we're going to see Boruto in Squid Games. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, I guess other people might end up searching for Boruto. Who knows? Maybe when Sakura and Salad get Sasuke's message that he's out trying to find Code, they're like, okay, so Sasuke is out trying to track down Code, huh? Why hasn't Boruto returned? Maybe a search party will be sent to find Boruto. I have no idea what's going to happen. But anyway, if I end up doing a written review for the Geeky, the link to my review will be down in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of the episode down in the comment section below. And do you really think that Sasuke handed up his Senri Hawk just like that? Or were you surprised about the Genjutsu scene too? But yeah, until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed. See you guys later. Bye.